A
back in
month?
he has gone to the US for a few longer periods.
Yeah, exactly. It was here once or twice with an Avalon or well played, but I think he is like for a good while at least back in the Netherlands now, which gives these two the chance to face off a lot more often, which is exactly what we're seeing right now. Game 1, of course they're going to Smashville.
Cloud though, instead of Sheik, so we predicted wrong. Cloud being a character that I think Peach kind of struggles with, for one because her fall speed allows Cloud to juggle her up air really well. For two, his sword makes it really hard for Peach to get into him. And for three, his kill power is just ridiculous.
Yeah, just...
His offstage game, Peach can do so much work with that. Like, it's really, really difficult to recover against Peach with Cloud. It's really hard.
It is, it is.
But a juggle-heavy character like Peach, being unable to juggle Cloud because of down air, that will actually be it.
Yeah, that results in stock stake and with only 43% on the opponent.
Yeah, and I even forgot about limit, or not even limit side B, but just cross slash in general, because cross slash is such a good anti-aerial against characters that don't have disjoints.
Yeah.
For example, against Ryu, but also against Peach.
Oh! The down air to futsal, which was awesome, but Cloud having the limit, yeah.
We'll cancel it into a jab. Very smart option by Mr.R because he finished it last time. Oh.
Okay, and now Meru drops for no apparent reason.
Unfortunate for him, but the read will end hit Mr.R's stock.
Meru has just been doing so much more work with smash attacks lately.
I mean, if you get the read, why not?
Yeah, but in the past he didn't go for it that often.
Oh, Mr.R tries to go for the air, the forward air, doesn't get it. Gets the up air on the float from Meru though. Again, the side B, the anti-air. That's such a good option against Peach. Oh, the down air.
That's so sad, you know. He got the side B, but there's just nothing you can get off of that.
Okay, the down throw, another one.
I don't know how you surpass that cross slash, but
see,
we take those.
You know, it's the Cloud down air is really hard to deal with if you have a character that has lower airspeed than he does. Because it's really hard for you to space around it because he moves faster than you do.
Yeah, and you gotta come in from the side.
Yeah, exactly, otherwise you'll lose.
There are like one or two characters in the game that can, in perfect situations, outrange the dare.
And those are like Cloud himself and
you got Rosalina.
Oh, yeah, Rosalina.
Very, very end of the Halo.
Yeah, you're right. And then Cloud himself.
Oh, excellent way by Mr.R. And that's really where Meru has to take the stock because, you know, we talked about this before, this matchup. Cloud eats Peach alive on stage, as we see right there. Just jump with a back air. If it hits on shield, there's nothing Peach can do. There's nothing Peach can do about that.
It's safe because of spacing. Can I explain, by the way, how amazing Mr.R's cornering there was? Because Meru wanted to come back on stage, right? He came back from the ledge. Mr.R was like, you want to get back to center stage? I won't let you. I will space on you safely. Create this bubble that you need to move through. Meru tried to, overextended, got hit by the back air. Which
End game.
End game.
So yeah, Peach just gets eaten alive on stage in this matchup. She should eat Cloud alive off stage.
Yeah.
But honestly, the more consistent factor of the two is, of course, the on-stage game. That's where you're going to be most of the time. And even characters that are kind of relatively easy to games like Cloud in this game, it is still much easier to recover in Smash 4 than any other Smash game.
55% though. Peach's damage racking game is so good.
Oh yeah. Like, she shouldn't get in on Cloud, but when she does.
Peach kind of struggles with characters that can wall her out horizontally, like Diddy Kong or Cloud. Oh, wow.
And Mr.R gets the limit because he got hit. He doesn't even need it to get back on stage, though. Just the movement buff alone was enough.
Luckily for him, he didn't need it, because otherwise it would have been a waste of limit. But what's he going to do with this edge guard? Because Mr.R on the ledge, by the way, it's so good. It's so damn good. Another back air landing.
Which is funny, because I think that's Meru's strongest aspect as well. It's ledge trapping.
And that's it. The jump will get punished with the cross slash.
Yeah.
And that's the stock.
You gotta make a decision, and sometimes it just doesn't work out.
And what I like is that Mr.R just knows, like, he's jumping more often than other options. So, you know, he's probably going to jump when I pressure him again. Because people, when they are pressured, will always have an option that they like using the most, that to them feels like it gets them out of the pressure the easiest.
Yeah.
It's either roll into the stage or like jumping or something.
You gotta figure out what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
As the opponent.
Because if you don't pressure them, the people won't actually use that option as often. But if they do get pressured, they will use it more frequently.
So Mr.R getting a little just a little outrageous with these finishing touches over.
Tries
there.
to get that, but Meru ready for it. Punishing him with the up smash, landing the stock. And this is an interesting position for Meru.
Let's use Climb Hazard, but of course it can auto snap at the start.
Yeah, I really like that bait, that wait from Meru. That was a great edge guard.
And it puts him off stage again.
Yep.
He's not just getting the combos, he's getting him in places where he can put Mr.R off stage.
Goes back into the stage a little bit too much, which allows Mr.R to land, not for free because he will get trapped anyway, but gave him more room to do whatever he wanted. In that position, I would have liked to see him stay close to him to get that pressure.
Instead, it's Meru who's at the ledge right now.
Oh, this is scary. This is really scary. What will he get out of that? Spacing? Oh, the blade beam.
And
Really
he had
well
never
played.
used that before.
And that's the pressure, you know.
Yeah.
He just waits and you're like, damn, what is he going to do? I don't know.
But it's also a bit creative, you know. Most clouds would just be like, okay, I'm just waiting for the timing to use my cross slash.
And they will just throw it and waste it.
Mr.R knowing that Peach just loves to float to pressure that shield. He caught Meru with some questionable spacing, and of course projectiles are really hard to avoid while in float.
And I really liked how Mr.R was like, yeah, I do up air, you will air dodge, and then just down tilt to set up for another juggle. Really good.
Limit almost full.
Ooh.
There it is.
There it is. He won't kill at this percentage unless he lands a finishing touch though. Another blade beam. Oh, yeah, the nair. Waiting for an action by Meru. Oh, tries to get the down air. Parasol will beat it though. Back throw?
No,
That
not
DI?
yet, not yet. Oh,
Could've
just
gone for
missed
throw.
the timing. That's gotta be frustrating.
The safe. Oh my god. Is that it? Yeah, no.
I don't think
he
he
can
even
still
need-
recover.
I don't think he even needed to do that.
Yeah, great. He's still, I don't know, still great recovery by Meru though, getting back to the stage. But again, finding himself off stage and Mr.R on the ledge, it's really good. Goes for the down tilt though, Meru ready for that, shielding it. Wow.
What was that?
Oh, wall
the
jump
wall
in there.
jump in there?
So he gets the back hit, which is really creative, tries to do it again. Oh.
But he just dunks on him.
That's it.
He just sits on his sword, drop on him.
Yep.
Game 2 is over. But it's winners finals, so we're going to game 3 anyway.
Yep. And can we just say, or like point out how you can just see so well how great Ramin's fundamentals are. It's so good.
It just, you know, and if you've never played Meru, you might not have the perspective, but this guy
He's
is
really
crazy
good.
scary with trapping people on the ledge. He is crazy scary just to spacing in neutral in general.
Yeah.
Which means all the more that Mr.R is doing this to him.
Oh yeah, definitely one of the best players in the world. And Meru just being one of the best players in the Netherlands as well, so definitely not somebody to sleep on. But we'll see what he can do in game 3. Cross slash to anti-air him.
So Meru, for the first time I've seen him on stream, he decides to not go to Smashville.
Oh, yeah.
So Battlefield is also widely known as Cloud's best, if not one of his best stages.
I mean, you've got to try something different if you lose on Smashville twice, but Battlefield against Cloud, I don't really know about this.
He just cannot get to the ground. And he spikes him through the stage.
Yep.
This sword is too big, my man.
It's so
this
big.
sword
It's so
is
big.
too big.
So many of his moves are like, when spaced properly, are safe. So that's exactly why you want to try when you play against Cloud, to like mess up his spacing. And the best way to do that is to have proper movement in the matchup. You need that kind of movement where you're able to predict when he is going to swing the sword and be in the position where you can move in when you predict that and then punish it because you mess up the spacing.
And that's really hard for a character like Cloud.
It's really difficult.
With
Because
this
he's so
kind of
quick.
rage, this kind of frame data.
It's because he's so, yeah, and because of his mobility as well. It's really difficult.
Like with Shulk, it's not as hard because
No.
he simply has a lot of startup. So it's easier to just
Oh,
intercept
that was
them.
great. That was really good.
But Limit,
Nope.
not in time.
Let's go, Meru!
Great edge guard by Meru, just waiting out for Mr.R's option and punishing it. And I'm not sure how many of you actually read the guide that King wrote at some point, right? Just falling with him, slightly below him, to double jump aerial to pressure him. And that's what we kind of saw there.
That's what you need to do.
Yep. It's not easy, but
Because it forces them to choose.
it forces them to choose first. And especially if you're further off a stage where he needs to get back,
Yeah.
or needs his up B to get back, right? Because if he falls too deep, he will die. So he will have to act at some point.
Some people get discouraged if they think they got a gimp, but you know, Cloud still can recover
Oh,
with
good for the
limits.
AB.
However, just forcing Cloud to use his limit in
That's
a non-offensive way is still really, really good.
Another thing is that Cloud has so many good anti-airs, like especially against Peach, who wants to float above,
Oh, yeah.
around ledge, like head height, right? But Cloud's dash attack can anti-air the jump. He has nairs, he has like back airs, he has like so many tools to do it.
Yeah.
Cross slash
Usually, Pete's love to just go head-to-head with like
And
airs and
jump.
forward airs.
and jump, but
Yeah, but
against-
Cloud is just uncontestable when it comes to hitbox
Yeah.
versus hitbox.
And I like Meru's positioning there because at that point it was really
Oh.
hard for Mr.R to space himself properly, which allowed Meru to actually punish it.
No punish.
No punish. Oh wow.
What? Mr.R with the item play?
Creative. What will happen here? Oh.
Nah, bro.
Nothing.
Your big sword is nothing compared to the parasol. If only Peach could swing it around in neutral.
Yeah, exactly. You have this big sword and you lose to a parasol.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like normally she
Oh.
just does her Peach things, but in a Cloud matchup she's like, nah, motherfucker, I got a parasol.
Yeah, and just knowing that perfect range for that up B to avoid the toad. Meru just, that makes it hard because if Cloud's mixing up the timing with his up B, that's when it starts getting more tricky to actually get that toad on him. If he does the same timing every single time, it's like, oh, you're doing it now. Okay, so. Ooh, interesting. Momentum by Meru. And
The
this,
up tilt.
the grab, will he get something out of it?
No, attacks away, which is very hard for Peach to cover with her lackluster air mobility.
Yeah, exactly. And I liked what Mr.R that Mr.R grabbed there because usually when people are on the corner, what they will do is they will either charge into you with an attack, they will roll behind you, or they will try to go over you with a jump, right? And Mr.R just knew that's it.
Yeah.
Mr.R just
Of
knew
course
that.
a B kills double C. The dude was at 140.
He just knew that he was going to wait and shield to predict one of those options because those are the most
Yeah.
likely. So that's the.
Meru with the grab. There's nothing like a limit up B if you want an instant punish.
I mean that limit will be